We are.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. What's up? Good morning, guys.
What's up? How's it going, man?
Okay, welcome to Stoner Morning Show. It's here. It's us again.
What up? What up? What up?
Yeah.
So 3 of the
There we
4
are.
Stoner Morning Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reporting
Lex is going to
live.
check in and out. Jason, who are our guests today?
Our guests are Bradley Jenkins.
Yeah.
He's host of the podcast Alabaster Peaks, or he's the producer. Also, CHONK Soaps. His partner just started that in the pandemic. Also, we have Sheena Roberson. She is a cannabis activist, educator, and she also started Cannabis Noire. And they're a company that helps marginalized groups get into the cannabis industry. So I'm really interested to hear what she has to say. Also, Senor Parker. This guy is from Atlanta, and he's awesome. He's a comedian from Atlanta. He hosts cannabis events. He's a comedian, actor. He's also co-host of the Dirty Minds on YouTube. So, or Dirty Minds Think Alike. Sorry, I'm so stoned.
All right, good intro. Good work.
Nice.
That was good.
We also maybe could have my cousin on at some point. He sells meth in West Virginia.
Yeah, if you want.
Hey, guys.
If he needs a platform, you know what I mean? How's sales down there?
And the market is not steady.
Oh. I blame the product itself for that. It probably knocks people out, takes them out of commission for a while.
Oh yeah. What's going on in the world today, boys?
Well, I can tell you this: all of New York is excited about an owl that's living in the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center.
Oh yeah, it's a sweet looking owl.
They just cut that down out of Ithaca, New York last week. We watched it on the local news.
Oh, you got to watch them cut it down?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a metaphor that the upstate has to watch it get cut down, and then we watch it get put up in the city.
Absolutely, yeah.
Still, like, I don't know which one is better, to see something beautiful and natural, a natural process, or to see something be put up for decoration. I don't know. You guys, because the other thing is you guys have a ton of them then there.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, they do.
Is it, Jason, do you know if it's a sad event in Ithaca when they tear down the tree? I mean, they don't get it from the same place.
It's like graduation for a tree because he's getting to go now to New York. He's getting to leave the small town and go to New York.
Oh. It's the tree is what's that the tree is the Mary Tyler Moore show.
Yeah.
Right? Mary Tyler Moore got to go to the city and throw her hat in the air.
That's what happens. That's like when the lights go on, the hat is thrown in the air.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I've only seen the tree like maybe 3 or 4 times in my life. I never went as a kid or anything.
I mean, once you see one, you've seen them all. It's very true. I used to work near there, so I used to see it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I used to work near Rockefeller Center.
I think somehow I snuck, I think it was early, like when I came back from my tour and I was very bold. I think I snuck into 30 Rock once, and like I got pretty deep into the building. I think I remember, but I didn't get to meet Lorne Michaels or anything. But I was a little bit more of a, because I was like a street urchin my first few years back from New York, especially after my tour. Well, no, even before my tour, yeah. So, what adventures we have.
Yeah.
else
This
is
is
going on in the world right
this-
now?
this is a good Rockefeller Center centric story. My first year in New York, when I moved here, I had a job near there, and the weekend after Thanksgiving, it was just like, it was insane how many more tourists there were than usual. It was just like insane. There were tourists everywhere, and there were like three card Monte guys on the street near my work. It was like, I didn't even think that happened anymore. Like, doesn't everyone know that that's a scam? But there were 3 guys out there doing it, and then they had like 20 people are gathered around. I saw somebody lose $100.
Did you
Wait,
see someone
what
win
kind of guys?
$100?
What kind of guys were there?
The 3 card Monte guys.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. It's fascinating how like I went to a small town the other day. Like we went to Massachusetts, and we went to like there was like a life coaching office, like an office for a life coach. And I feel like life coaches were like 10 years ago, they were like, whoa, a life coach?
Oh yeah.
Like having them in schools and stuff. But I feel like in New York, that's kind of past. But in other places, it's like, yeah, life coach, dude. They'll help you figure your life out. Like, I think that does happen. I think like it takes like 10 years for ideas that permeate the big cities to permeate in the smaller markets. I think it can take like 5 to 10 years.
I think everyone should be assigned a life coach when they're born. I could use one. Why not?
What distinguishes life coaches from like parents and grandparents? And
That's why I'm fucking laughing.
Well, because parents and grandparents are there to love and protect you, and sometimes their protection gets in the way of you living.
Oh shit! You just went real.
Wow. Fucking drop knowledge.
Right?
It's true. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I hear that described a lot, and that's like one of there's like certain there's like certain things in my life that like I was very lucky that I bypassed, and then certain things in my life that like it seems like everybody had this information and I'm the only one who doesn't. But like I never had anybody who was like, you can't do this. This is crazy. I think it was just because I was doing it since I was a little kid. People were like, this kid's, you're not gonna convince this kid otherwise. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. I didn't run into any of that. My parents were just like, this kid likes to draw. You know what I mean? That's it.
Just give him paper and a pen, and he's happy.
That's really what it was, man. I remember when I didn't want video games or sneakers. I think at a certain point I wanted like certain kinds of clothes and stuff. The fuck is wrong with this outlet? But for the most part, yeah. The only thing I would beg for is to go to the comic book store and for a sketchbook. I would beg. It's all it was on my mind.
Yeah.
This kid likes drawing. Yeah. I like drawings. Isn't that a Mike Myers character?
Probably.
What else? What else is
Jason, what's
Joe Biden's birthday was yesterday.
Was it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
oh my God. How old is he now?
What to
78.
get? What to get the guy who's already, going to be leading the free world?
Mm.
What
do you get him? What does he need?
No, I don't know.
Let's maybe we should brainstorm what gifts would be appropriate to get Joe Biden.
Underwear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That might lean into inappropriate. Buying a
no. It's like what you buy your dad at Christmas. Everybody got.
But you don't know this. You don't know this person. You're giving a stranger underwear. I think that's
why you give him straight up Fruit of the Loom. Nothing sexy. Just boom.
What if he prefers sexy underwear?
Yeah.
That's his problem. Oh shit. What about a mug that says world's newest president?
There you go. That's good.
What else could we get him? I think what would he need? What does he need? Probably probably an Atlas.
Maybe a juicer.
Yeah, a juicer would be a good thing.
Yeah.
I was looking online and I seen there's this toy maker company that makes all these like weird and bizarre toys, and he just came out with a little mini statue of a dumpster fire, and it has like 2020 spray painted on it and everything like that.
We gotta give that. That would be a great thing to put on the White House Oval Office desk.
So hey, bud, fix this.
What happened to you, Ralph?
Wait, am I here? Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, there you are. Hey, Bradley's here, so let's bring our first guest in.
Woo.
Of CHONK Soaps. He just started this company recently, and the holidays are around the corner. So give it up for Bradley when he arrives, or when he turns on his camera. He's coming.
I'm not gonna give it up for him before then.
No. We should have gotten Joe Biden soaps. That would have been a great segue.
Maybe we would make. Wait, he makes soaps?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look pretty cool too.
Hey.
Yo.
What's up?
You've got dogs and cats over there? Dogs and cats?
Yeah. What's that on the walls? It looks like the walls are wearing backpacks.
Oh.
Can't hear you. Hopefully the audio will come in.
There he is.
Connecting the audio.
We almost lost Jason too.
I know.
He's having a little struggle against his phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I feel you. What's going on?
Thanks for keeping it suspenseful. That was exciting.
I do what I can. I try to keep things interesting.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
I hear you're making soaps. I was under the impression you're a comedian.
Making big soaps, baby. It's
Wow.
so fun these days.
Are they funny soaps?
Oh, they're hilarious. They're hilarious. They
What
really
dog is that?
They really. What's that?
I'm just being mesmerized by this dog. What breed of dog is that?
We don't know. My girlfriend thinks she's something called a black-mouthed cur, but those look much larger than what she is. All I know is that she loves snuggling and she has 3 legs.
Oh, she has 3 legs. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
She's incredible.
That's funny because I have 2 legs and I'm also a black-mouthed cur.
That's dope. That's dope. That's wild. That's wild. Who would have thought? Small world, Yeah.
So wait, Ralph, you're a black-mouthed cur that doesn't know how to recognize other black-mouthed curs?
It's a condition.
Okay. Rough. Yeah, thanks for being on. How have you been recently?
Thanks for having me. I've been all right. Just kind of chilling. I've been doing this whole soap thing, struggling to get episodes of the podcast edited, despite my my debilitating ADHD. But besides that, just chilling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Letting the dog out. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
EPMD said it. You gots to chill.
You got to. It's law.
How about bike rides?
Oh my God, dude. This whole quarantine has been so great for me with this whole bike thing. That's the only aspect of it that it's been fun with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a bike in May, and I've just been just out here. I have been nothing but surprised by how far. I don't know. It's how when you're 16 and you get your license and there's that sudden boost of freedom that you feel.
Oh, sure.
This is how I feel. I have a car. I live in Ohio. You have to have a car. but like for some reason, just having this bike is like, I can go anywhere. I can literally get anywhere in town for free. Like, I don't know. There's just like this weird level of freedom that hits you. And I'm like, I'm riding downtown. I'm going to go downtown to the post office.
You know what I bet it comes from? And Ralph can attest to this too, because he rides a lot. Getting on a bike is easier than getting inside of a car and starting it.
There's fewer barriers to entry.
Yeah. You got to check mirrors. You got to do a seatbelt. You know, getting on a bike, you just hop on it and go. You know, Ralph, did I nail it?
Man, it's funny because I'm preparing to do a tour in a car, and I've done a tour on a bike. And now the car is much more daunting than the bicycle. Which is crazy to say because the bike tour was terrifying, but I haven't driven in 15 years. So maybe you're right, Sean. Getting in a car right now is a daunting prospect, and getting onto a bike is pretty cool, pretty easy. But I don't know, riding a bike on a highway, that's also pretty scary. Is it still warm enough to ride a bike in Cleveland?
It's in let's see. I'm not sure about Cleveland, but in Toledo, I would say that it is not. Toledo. But I need to get. When I was there, I saw these dudes with these they were like these huge gloves that look like they stay on your handlebars. I need to get myself a pair of those.
Oh yeah.
I've been shopping around. Yeah, because when I was there, it was February, so it was pretty cold, and I kept seeing dudes just like hop on their bike and stick their, slither their hands into the semi-permanently installed mittens that wrap around their handlebars. I'm like,
that makes getting on a bike even easier.
Yeah.
Even easier. What do you know?
Gloves are essential for a cold bike ride. I mean, you can't do it. You can't do it without it.
Even more important than brakes, maybe.
Probably.
You can always Flintstones yourself to stop,
That's
but
true.
you can't. You can't Flintstones your hands warm.
Yeah,
that's what they've always said to me.
Hey, Bradley of CHONK Soaps, you've been doing the soaps for a while, though. You were doing soaps like a year ago, right? Is that true?
Yeah, I actually. I had like a little period of doing it just to kind of like get my feet wet back like probably this time last year. Mm-hmm. And then once I was sitting here bored all day, it kind of became like, well, what am I gonna make? And my partner and I, my partner Joy, we've just been out here doing it. We've literally made like a soap every 2 days just because what else are we gonna do,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of delivering them around town and shipping them out every day. We just dropped our first couple bars the other day, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive.
Walk Jason through. You guys haven't met Jason. This is Bradley, Jason. Walk Jason through the process of making soap. This guy wants to buy the president underwear.
Okay, I mean,
well,
I'm sure he could
Christmas.
use them.
What?
For Christmas.
You can get him soap. You can get him soap.
You get a nice bar.
We could get him soap.
Honestly, I don't think the president deserves CHONK Soaps. I don't think I want him using our product.
Well, the new president.
The new president.
Oh, the new president can use CHONK Soaps. That's cool.
Yeah.
The president-elect.
Yeah. The old president uses Trump soaps.
Trump soaps. Yeah. They're just gold bars that he washes himself with.
No, Ralph's probably right. He probably steals his own Trump soaps from hotels.
Like leaves with pockets full. Yeah, I've seen it.
Did your guys' grandmothers have like a bowl of just used soaps in the bathroom? That's what my grandmother did. I bet that's what Trump has. This is all soaps from his own hotel.
I stayed in a motel a couple of days ago, and we it was like a really grungy. And we had a bunch of towels like laid on the sink, that we would use in the morning, whatever. I woke up the next morning and to wash my face or whatever, and all the towels on the left side of the sink were soaked.
Cute.
From what?
Nice.
We don't know.
It might not have been water.
Oh God!
Yeah. Was Kurt Cobain there? Because you said it was really grungy.
This was this last year, so no,
Okay.
it wasn't
Okay.
grungy, and it was a complete opposite side of the country.
Okay. Damn, you missed him. You just missed him.
Yeah.
Were there any big grunge bands outside of that part of the country?
Big grunge bands?
Yeah. Did they all come from Seattle?
No, I don't know. What's another big?
Now I gotta look this up.
What's another big?
Well, what about Blind Melon? Blind Melon wasn't from Seattle.
I think they're.
Yeah.
I think they're from California, which is like near. It's like over there.
But they
It's
were like
southern
later
Seattle.
on.
Yeah.
They're from Los Angeles. I'm looking at their Wikipedia right now. Let me see if they went to Seattle at any point.
I was recently listening to a podcast where they kind of explained why the aesthetic of grunge bands was the way it was. And long story short, it's because everyone who was in grunge bands was their parents were loggers and lumberjacks and shit. So when a certain like financial depression hit, all these kids just had to wear their dad's flannels on stage.
Wow. We got to the bottom of it. Good work.
We figured it out, boys. Good job. We cracked the case.
I feel like if I see somebody with a soul patch here, I assume that they're big Pearl Jam fans.
Still,
What was that skater's name? I remember thinking soul patches were so cool because that one skater had one. Apollo Ono, was that his name?
oh, you mean like a speed skater, not like a
Speed
skateboarder?
skater, yeah.
Apollo Ono. Yeah.
He was a speed skater. I thought he was so fucking dope, and his soul patch was just the icing on the cake.
Oh yeah. American Hero. That guy used to be everywhere.
That guy was sick as fuck.
He hosted a game show.
He hosted a game show?
He did. He hosted a game show.
Was it about speed skating?
No, I think it was like trivia or something.
It was called Patch Up Your Soul.
Yeah.
Patch up your soul.
Yeah. All right. Tell us about these soaps. Can you tell us the process?
It's pretty. I honestly, that's kind of why I got into it. I stumbled upon a bunch of YouTube channels where people. So I'm into this like weird genre of YouTube videos that are like just people nerding out about what they're into, no matter what that may be. I watched this guy who eats MREs, and I watched this guy who camps out in public. He'll just like sleep in a state park and try not to get caught. But this other person, she makes soaps. And I was like, this is like a cool little science experiment. You're just mixing, you take fat, you take oils over here in one container. Over here, you mix lye, which is extremely basic to the point where it's like caustic. It would like eat your skin away. And you mix it with water. And then at some point, once the temperatures are right, you bring those two together. And then you just keep stirring. And eventually this chemical process happens where it thickens. You add some fragrance oil and colorants, and then you put it in a mold and let it sit for 2 days before you cut it. I actually just cut. I'm going to move this because I think this bar is really pretty. We just cut one yesterday, and I just think it's so, that yellow, that little green cap on top, I think it looks so good.
Whoa. Oh yeah.
But freaking it's just a fun little hobby. I really like doing it, you know? It feels like I'm Bill Nye.
What's the fragrance on that one? I'm gonna guess mango. What do you guys?
Actually, I was just talking about this. I like making it where the fragrance has nothing to do with the color. So this one is actually lilac, white tea, and ginger. So yeah, I think
those are all
I
of
feel
my
like
aunt's
it's
names.
Yeah, there you go. You should buy her one. You should buy her a soap.
Those are the names of all of my aunts.
I love Auntie White Tea. She makes good macaroni.
Why it's because of anybody else have this because of Fight Club have this association of with making soap with something very gringy and gritty and like criminal.
A lot of people do, because most times I tell people I make homemade soap, they're like, "Oh, yeah. Do you?
Because it's like you're using what, the fat of human remains or something.
Yeah, that's what we use. The fats we use are olive oil, coconut oil, and like rendered pig tallow. So it's a little less gross than that, but still kind of gross.
And it's corrosive. Like the lye is dangerous to touch.
Yeah. The lye. I actually have pretty significantly like worn down hands right now. I feel like by the time I'm 60, my hands will just be scabby stumps because of how much lye gets on them every time.
That's why you tell the truth.
Yeah, you gotta.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Do you have any like zany names for the soaps? Like,
we actually go pretty silly with them all. We kind of want to name them in the style of Bob's Burgers Burger of the Day. So like they're all dumb little puns. So this one is called, it's like a pumpkin roll sort of thing. It's called Oh My Gourd. And then we have like a minty one that like it's got menthol and peppermint and it kind of cools the face and other parts. Whoa. And it's called Chili Willy. Yeah.
How about anything named after the dog? Anything, you got to get that dog in like some branding.
We should. Her name is Dolly Parton, so it would probably be pretty easy to work that into it. Yeah. She weirdly enough, she hates the smell of anything related to the soap. Typically, I'd be really worried that I need to like shoo her out of the room because of the caustic lye. Yeah. But like as soon as the fragrance oil busts out, she's like, "Peace, I'm gone. I'm heading in the other room. I'll see y'all later."
Maybe it's not the smell. Maybe she's just very respectful of your work. Maybe she knows personal boundaries. Yeah, she knows they don't make safety goggles for dogs yet, so she knows what has to be done. Smart dog.
I need to get on that. What's your dog's name?
Her name is Dolly, and I'm actually watching her for a friend, Dolly Parton, which fits really perfectly because my previous animal's name was Beyonce, and before that we had a Louis Armstrong and a Barry White. So Dolly Parton fits right in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Musical.
She's right at home.
Does this dog howl?
Hey, have Dolly meet Daddy.
Dolly, meet Daddy.
Oh, Daddy. I love Daddy. I want to smooch that snoot. Oh, my God. What sucks is Dolly's awful with other animals. She would absolutely try to tear Daddy apart, which is crazy because she's missing her leg. She's missing a quarter of her limbs.
Oh,
damn.
But she still thinks she's toughest in town. It's wild.
I don't know. A dog with 3 legs. If a dog with 3 legs thinks it's tough, I'm gonna believe it.
Take their word for it.
Yeah. That's all right, dog. I'll go to the other room.
Yeah, you win. You win this one.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to these. Any of you guys watch the Dodo?
What's that?
Oh, what is that?
It's a YouTube channel. It's probably other things too, but it's a YouTube channel, and they're constantly showing videos of animals being rescued and rehabilitated.
Yeah.
It's always a dog missing a leg, or he's mangy, or it's a damn hedgehog being adopted. All this bullshit.
Yeah. Or just like a rooster who's best friends with a pig or something.
Exactly. All that kind of bullshit. I don't fall for it. I watch 3 or 4 of those and then I'm out.
Yeah. Yep.
Ralph is unmoved.
Nice try, Dodo.
Yeah.
Cold.
So how can people order CHONK Soaps? Where should we send people?
Yeah, we can. You can follow it on Facebook. We don't have our online store opened quite yet, but that'll be coming in the coming weeks. Yeah. But you can follow us on Facebook at CHONK Soaps, and you can inbox us to place an order. We've had quite a few people place an order, and I just found out. Whatever. Who cares? I just found out about these flat rate shipping bags from the U.S. Postal Service. Just let me just plug the USPS right now, because if it fits, it ships, guys. And this is just a hell of a deal.
Hey, if they don't have that as a slogan, they better adopt it. That's a good.
I was like, what's the weight limit? He was like, you could put 70 pounds in this bag and it'll ship. And I'm like,
wow,
fuck it, yeah, let's go.
That's funny. That's also one of my pickup lines.
He put 70 pounds in this bag.
Does it work?
Never.
Damn.
I just want to say, Amanda April commented on her on the page. She commented, "Chunk soap."
Hey, representing.
And I'll share that Stoner Morning Show commented and posted a link to the Facebook page.
Oh shit! All right, okay, good looking out.
Yeah.
Every time.
How about before we leave, we have another guest coming up soon. Any Alabaster Peak news? I know it's been
Yeah, we're gonna be dropping a new episode this weekend, probably tomorrow evening.
Nice.
Yeah, and it will include one of you nerds. You're gonna have to tune in to find out which nerd.
Ooh.
Yeah. Little cliffhanger. Yeah, and you can follow us there at Alabaster Peaks on all the socials.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that was a fun podcast to do, and thank you for having us on, and thank you for making soaps.
Yeah, thank you for having me on here, and I'm glad it's finally getting published. I've been kind of on hiatus because for a while people weren't driving to work, but after that it just kind of turned into I wonder when I'll edit one of those podcasts again, you know?
We know it.
So yeah, the answer is tonight and tomorrow is when I'll edit another one.
Excellent. Well, yeah, we're looking forward. We love it.
Hell yeah.
All right. Wait,
Bradley,
right now it looks like Dolly has 4 legs.
She's really good at she messes with your mind sometimes. She likes to fuck with angles.
Wow, she's fucking with angles.
She's fucking with angles over here.
Put her
Look
on
at her.
America's Next Top Dog model.
She knows how to smize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo.
Well, dude, have a great winter and holiday season. I hope it is works out awesome for CHONK Soaps.
Oh, me too. Thank you so much. And you have an incredible one yourself.
Yeah.
All righty.
See you there, Bradley.
Nice meeting you. See y'all later on the flip side.
Yeah. Good work.
It was February when we met Bradley? When I met Bradley?
I think
this year?
I think it was like January.
Damn, that was right before quarantine, dude. That was a whole different world.
Right. That when he was telling the story about being here in February, he was talking about around the time when we met him.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Right.
That's like,
it didn't dawn on me either until you said it. Yeah, we met him a year ago. Here, I met him in here in this apartment, and where I am.
We had no idea what was coming.
No.
My God.
Story of our lives.
Right.
No idea ever.
Speaking of which, I got something coming right now. I need to take that bathroom break. So you guys hold it down. I'll be back in a few.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do
Have
that.
fun.
I thought he was going to tease what was happening when he was like, I have something coming. But then he said it was a bathroom break, and it was like, obvious what was happening.
Have you heard what's going on in Canada? That they have like moose. They're warning Canadians not to let moose lick their cars.
Man, I know that moose are dangerous and scary and big and huge, and they can get violent. But I don't know how you're going to prevent a moose from licking your car. What did you read this article? What's their tips?
Because I guess they're just warning them not to let them. I don't know if there's any tips on not like you know how you do with the dog. You know you don't want them to lick the lick the furniture, so you spray a little bit of like peppery spray on there and everything.
Yeah.
I can just see you doing that on your windshield or something. But could you imagine a like 2,200-pound bull? You walk out of your house and you walk up to your car and he's like stuck to his rearview mirror by his tongue.
Oh, it would trash your car. I would guarantee it.
Yes.
These things are huge and dangerous. I had a friend who did some work in Alaska.
Oh yeah.
Some like temporary work, working in a traveling nurse situation, and like he said, when they got there, all the locals warned them, do not go near moose, because it was like locals or like people visiting just don't know how dangerous they are, and they're like, if one walks down the street, do not go outside because they're mean and territorial. And somebody did, and then like this person got tore up by a moose. That's
those animal attacks.
That's an embarrassing thing to have to tell people that I got attacked by a moose, because the word itself is like a soft, cuddly word.
It is.
Moose doesn't sound like a dangerous thing, but they're mean and big.
They should rename them the F train.
Yeah, I wouldn't go near an animal called the F train. F no. F no. You got that shirt for free, right?
Yeah, dude, I'm so happy. Canoe Cannabis. We've been talking back and forth for a while on Instagram, and they finally sent me over like a little merch pack to, because I've been supporting them, I guess, so much, and so they sent me the shirt. That's really cool. I'll show you the back. Can you see?
Yeah.
So it's a dope shirt. But what I was even more happy with was that they sent over this little leather case. It's a stash travel case, and it's to put all your stuff in. And, you're going around. But it's dope. It's all handmade leather. It's called the OG. I'm gonna try to do a review of it maybe on the next Stoner Morning show. So we'll see more. But dude, I'm so thankful to them.
I feel like I owe you an apology somewhat, because I feel like telling everyone watching that you got that shirt for free isn't the best way to. It sounded like I was making an assumption, like this is get clothes for free. You know what I mean?
Jay, you're wearing something new.
Yeah, that would have been better. Yeah, I like that shirt. That kind of thing. Well, we're all learning,
Yeah, we are. Full learning curve.
So, all right. Ralph is currently on a bathroom break, and Lex is in Chiang Mai doing a comedy show.
Yeah.
Several hours away from Bangkok, but he's gonna check in soon, probably. At some point.
That'll be fun. What else has been going on this week with you?
Well, I did come up with a segment that I want to try at some point. It'll definitely take some coordination, But it's when we're all on the air and we have our phones here, and it's just us sending each other gross photos that we find on the internet just to see the reactions. But the audience never sees the gross photos.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because we don't want to gross out them. But I maybe it would be fun, but I think it would be the fun of seeing what grosses people out by not seeing it, but just having people describe what they, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
We'll pitch it to Ralph and Lex maybe when they are back.
I am down with this.
Yeah.
I'm all about finding gross photos.
Yeah.
I did have an idea for a segment too about do you remember I think I posted in our chat that to do a segment about all the cool stuff that's come out of this like shitty year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and come up with lists and everything. So
yeah. It's good to remind. Go ahead.
Oh, just because I know what's at the top of my list would definitely be Versus TV.
Mhm.
Like the other night was just totally crazy. I don't know if you got to see it
I
with
didn't. Who is it?
Gucci Mane and Jeezy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. I think there was like 1.8 million people were watching it.
When is Outcast and isn't that happening?
I think it might be. I gotta look.
It was. I mean, it had to have not happened because I'm sure we would have definitely heard about it. Like, you know, Outcast and A Tribe Called Quest, right?
Oh my God. They just keep getting better.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
Oh my God. I want to see that.
I don't think we missed it because we would have heard.
Yeah.
People would have been talking about how great it was, I feel like. Is Outcast even together? I thought those guys didn't get along. Am I making that up?
No.
They were just taking a break.
Yeah, I think they're
not mad at
been around for like 20 years.
Well, yeah, that's true. I haven't done anything for 20 years.
Right?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
I did all the usual stuff for 20 years. I don't want to do all the usual stuff anymore for 20 years.
Yeah, I've like lived.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to even do this for like 2 years.
Right. Well, you know, when we first talked about this show, we said, didn't we say, hey, let's do 12 episodes and see how it goes?
I think so. Yeah, I don't even know how many of these we've done, these live streams.
Yeah.
I would say that we could sit here and try to count and remember them, but that would be, I don't think that would be interesting. All right, I think our next guest is coming.
Oh, sweet.
I think this might be Sheena, right?
Yeah, Sheena Roberson.
Yeah.
Of Cannabis Noire.
All right, she's getting set up on her end, and cannabis activist arriving. If this is Sheena, we'll find out.
How's the weather by you, man?
It's pretty good. I went outside to get a breakfast sandwich this morning across the street. Pretty good. I think I hear. Hey.
Hey, what's up, Sheena?
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Did we wake you up? I apologize.
So listen, it's funny because typically I'm up like super early, but like my son, he's 13. He's doing like high school applications and a whole. So we were up pretty late, and I was like, okay, we can watch some more of The Walking Dead because I'm just starting to watch that. And so we wound up staying. We like watched 2 seasons straight, and I was like, no more good. I got up about 7:30. I was like, okay, let me prep, and then I smoked the blunt, and I got up about an hour ago. So, but I'm ready.
Good. I don't want to spoil any more of The Walking Dead for you, but there's gonna be.
I caught up.
There's gonna be more zombies.
So listen, I caught up recently, and everybody's like has gone through the emotional phases of it already, and I'm just like, Glenn died. It's horrible. I can't believe this. I hate Negan. They're like, it gets worse, and I'm like, how can it get worse than Negan? And then we meet the Whisperers, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe. So yeah.
Well,
I went through the whole like up and down. I literally probably cried every episode.
You're living through like a microcosm of 2020 shrunk down just in the
literally so many emotions all packed in. I was like, this is not made to watch straight through. Like you will have a heart attack if you just watch this straight through like this.
You got PTSD.
Literally. So how are you guys this morning?
Pretty
good.
Awesome. Jason was just asking me about the weather, and I just went outside briefly to get a breakfast sandwich. Are you in New York as well?
No, I'm actually in Philly.
Philly. Oh, okay.
That's right, Philly. The other city I didn't mention.
Yeah. I feel like that's always like similar weather, I guess. What's it?
Pretty much. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
like
yeah.
outside of like upstate New York in the snow, I think
Right.
we're pretty
Are you from Philly originally?
Yeah, I'm born and raised from Philadelphia. I lived in Atlanta for a little while because I used to work for Chick-fil-A corporate doing like marketing and stuff. So I lived in Atlanta for 5 years, but I came back home. So
Nice.
people always ask why. I'm not sure. Still.
I mean, this year nobody knows why they're doing anything. You know?
Yeah, this year has been kind of just beyond unpredictable and like you know, ups and downs. This has been quite the year. I was just telling somebody, like, I mean, if you or somebody have like anxiety or depression, it's like this is full throttle for you. Like, and so
this is also the year for drugs, though. I mean,
yeah, apparently, right? Apparently, hopefully, though, we can make sure that they are that all of everything is in these legalizations. I think a lot of stuff like the expungements and like the social equity pieces and like even like a lot of the money going to the cops, like funding police departments, like people don't see that. Yeah. It's the craziest thing. I'm like, what in the, like Jersey's bill has like a lot of money going to the police. And I was like super surprised. And I mean, it's the, you see legalization, you're like, yes, it's like, it's a win for us. But yeah, we got to make sure that we read the fine print too.
And Ralph's back. Ralph, welcome back. Here's Sheena.
Hello, Sheena. It's good to meet you.
Good morning.
I've heard so many great things about you, and it's awesome to hear at least a little bit about all the great work you're doing. And it's so great. Yeah, it's so great to hear that. I mean, I know that it's happening, but to hear how mindful people are being about things like where money is being allocated and all those are not. I wouldn't even have thought to check those things. So it's so great that you're providing.
And most people don't, because they bury the lead, right? Like it's so, hey, look at this with the flashing lights, shrooms, like legalization, all of these cool things are happening for us. Yay.
Yeah.
And then it's not until you are going through the process and realize like, hey, wait, we could have probably had better playgrounds in schools with that money as opposed to like better cameras for cops and more weapons.
You just did it to me just now. I was like still thinking about the shrooms.
Exactly. So yeah, and I try not to be like the nagging voice, like don't forget, but kind of like the cool aunt that comes in,
That's a good point, because it probably, I don't know, you probably have to remind yourself not to get angry and naggy about it.
Yeah.
That's like,
don't blow my high about it, right? Yeah. Like don't kill my vibe. Like I'm excited, I'm happy, like I am too. So it's just like, but also like, wouldn't it be awesome if your weed paid for like your recycling and like the garbage? Like how cool, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I try not to be like, this is happening, you should be aware. It's more like, what would you like to see that money go to? Like, where would that space be better served outside of like, let's just say the police, right? And I don't think the police are anybody's like top of, they're not on the top of anybody's like Christmas card list right now, unfortunately, because it isn't all of them. Like, honestly, I have family members who are cops, right? But I also have family members who are in jail for selling weed too. So it's like, yeah, I get it, but yeah. So
not only are the police not on the top of my Christmas list, they owe me a gift. I expect at least a PS5.
Right.
Too much.
That's funny. Sheena, tell us about how you got sort of started with advocacy, because I'm guessing it's kind of like a long, winding, interesting path.
Some long, sick journey. Yeah. No, it was actually like I've always been kind of the advocate for everybody. Like if the little cousins are over and we want to watch a movie, it's like, go tell them why we should watch a movie. So I've been breeding this for quite some time, right? And then my son is on a spectrum, right? Like, and so in terms of like special needs and like IEPs, you have to be like super vigilant about like making sure they're not like medicating your kid unnecessarily, and like he's getting all the help that he needs. And so, and I worked in like the nonprofit world for a long time doing like community outreach stuff and like anti-gun violence programs, so like Greater Philadelphia Urban Affairs Coalition and Philadelphia Anti-Drug Anti-Violence Network. So I've always been like community oriented, but then I got into like marketing, and I realized working with Chick-fil-A and such like extreme corporate budgets and corporate giving and that sort of thing was like, all this time I've been asking the wrong people for money and help. It's like, oh, okay, that's the obstacle, right? Because when you're in a nonprofit world, you're operating on like the shoestring budget, and like the program director is also the janitor and the arts coordinator, right? And like, so you're like doing all of these things to make things work, and you're kind of like recycling resources within other organizations, within the community, and it's like we have to outsource and kind of seek outside for the assistance and sort of create opportunities kind of just for ourselves, because we can't depend on this recycling of resources. And so I've always been like sort of been working towards like creating just a better space for my community. I come from those adversely impacted communities, I guess you can say. So for me, it was always like, I'm not like, how can I get out, but like, how can I make it this space better? And then ultimately about 2 years ago, I had got into, I went to a conference randomly, and it was a weed conference. And so my friends were like, yeah, like go to this weed conference, girl. Like, yes, like come. I'm like, yes, the smoke, the edibles, the bongs. I'm going to see all the cool stuff. I never get to see this in Philly. Like, I'm excited. And so I got there, and it was just like all white dudes in business suits. I was like, where is the weed? What is happening? What is going on? This is a weed conference. And I was like, oh no, it's the business of marijuana. I was like, got it. So I stayed, and I realized that it was a lot of money happening in the city, in the state. And it was like legalization talk. And I didn't know anything about it. And I'm in the city. I'm working with organizations. I'm connected within the community. I'm working with social service groups. I'm working with returning citizens. I'm doing all of these things that I didn't know that this was even an avenue. So I'm like, how did we miss this? Like, how did I miss this? Like, I smoke. How did I miss this? And I'm not like, I wasn't very out forward about it because I was still very like reserved. I was, under that shell, cannabis is not for the workplace and that kind of thing. Yeah. And, it doesn't matter if you're a patient. And I didn't even see myself as a patient, right? I didn't even recognize that I was a patient. I was self-medicating. Like I was just, I smoke when I get stressed out, right? Yeah. And never making that connection. And so then I went to the conference. It was really cool. I learned a lot about marketing and business and all the things that were happening. I was like, okay, so this is a thing and we should probably let other people know. And so I started this small like platform and did a website to like help people get registered so they wouldn't get arrested for smoking. Considering I had just seen like 100 million people talk about how this was going to make so much money and they're all like advocating for it. And I literally knew somebody who had got arrested for like weed like earlier that week. And I was like, this is crazy. And so it kind of just started from there and people started like asking questions and reaching out and following up. And now we're here. So
nice.
Did you figure out why you didn't know about it? If you had been in the circle, do you figure out what was it that was, if you were in that world the whole time and that part of the world had been there the whole time, what was it that was blocking your view that you couldn't see that was there?
There's a very large and it's a very large like line of demarcation between legalization, well, the people on the business side of the cannabis space, the people who control like the marketing, the people who control the space, and the people who are cannabis users, not necessarily patients, but cannabis users, right? And so, especially for the minority community, specifically, I know a lot of Black people in my circle in particular who are also well-connected didn't know about this. And it was like, well, obviously, it wasn't marketed to us, right? I mean, obviously, this wasn't, if the room is filled, right? And everything's set up, you've got vendors from across the state. This took time, preparation. It wasn't for us. So therefore we didn't know about it. And that's when it was like, oh, light bulb. That's why, I didn't hear about this before. This was the third day of the conference at that. I had just caught it. And it's at the convention center in the middle of our city, like downtown Philadelphia. Like this is something like you should know about if you're living in the city and have ever smoked pot, right? And so that's when it was just like, I see the room, right? It's not many people that look like me. It's not many women, right? And so let's just, call it for what it is, take the information we have, share it, and see how we can, double back around and maybe next time it won't be so difficult for us to learn about this.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's why we didn't know. And that's why there's this space. And that's why there's still, oh, hey girl, that's why there's still this space, because we're not marketed to, right? There's not images that resonate with folks that are getting arrested for it, right? They don't see themselves as patients, so they don't even think. I know folks that still think they don't qualify, and they have severe PTSD, like they were holding the person that was killed in front of them, don't think they qualify, right? And so it's about the marketing, the communication, how we're talking to them, and making sure, and the fact that there aren't efforts to connect with those communities.
Have you noticed a shift since you became aware of the separation?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it may be because I'm looking for it too. I'm like optimistic and hoping for it, and glimpses that I see, I'm just like, yes. But yeah, I feel like I have, right? Like I feel like there's a lot more conversation about it in spaces that there wasn't, right? Like there's a lot of different organizations who have been able to carry out messages for us that work with like returning citizens and recovering addicts and veterans and people in spaces who just didn't have access to that information. I think are now starting to become at least aware. And if you are at least knowledgeable about it to some extent, you have some kind of foothold to learn more and have an opportunity for yourself. So I definitely think there's been a shift, but I also think there's a long way for us to go too.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. How can we find you on Instagram and all over the internet? Because I know
all over the internet. So yeah, if you Google me, some other girl comes up too, but I'm the black one. So I'm Sheena Roberson. She's so cool too. I'm probably super weird. I was like, maybe I should email her because I wonder if she searches herself and she sees me. But yeah, I'm Cannabis Noire, Cannabis_Noire on Instagram and on Facebook. And we have a website, cannabisnoire.com, where you can go and get registered, take cool quizzes to learn like what kind of cannabis patient you are and what kind of strains you might like. We have a lot of information about employment opportunities and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. We're in the process of building it up. We have a lot of like cool t-shirts and mugs and cool things like that. So definitely check it out.
Maybe we can do a future segment and have you back on and introduce you to the other Sheena Roberson. Maybe that could be.
That would be so cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Awesome.
You guys are after my own heart. Yay, that would be so awesomely weird. I love that.
Yeah. Are you mostly an edible person, or are you a vapor? What's your preference?
So I have a funny edible story real quick.
Oh yeah. We love funny.
So I'm actually I'm more of a pot smoker. I smoke, right?
Yeah.
And so I was all like, edibles do not work on me. I'm sorry, like they don't work on me. And typically they don't. Like they're like the little snack cookies. I'm like, dude, I'll eat 100 of those and I'll be fine. And I still need a blunt. Like this is not for me. And so a friend of mine's like, no, let me try something. I'm working on some like dinner recipes. Like, let me try this dinner recipe on you. And I'm like, all right, like, okay. And she makes like chicken Alfredo and a brownie, and it has like broccoli and stuff. And I'm like, this is good. And I like pretty much tear it down, like the whole little platter. And I like maybe a half an hour later, I'm like, dude, I don't feel anything. She was like, yo, come on, did you eat all of it? I'm like, yes, I ate all of it. It is gone. I had another one separate also. And I was like, I'm getting ready to eat the second one. She's like, no, don't eat the second one, because like, let the first one kick in. I was like, all right, cool. 2 hours passed, nothing.
Whoa.
I'm like, all right, this is like, I'm about to eat this other one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because again, I don't feel like cooking, and I'm smoking now, right? Because 2 hours have passed and nothing's happened. I'm like, I'm smoking, I'm eating the other Alfredo. I get about halfway through and I'm smoking, I'm sitting there, and I just literally start feeling like really like groggy. And I was just like, maybe I'm just sleepy. It was about 3 p.m. I fell asleep. It was like 4 o'clock the next day when I woke up and I couldn't move. I literally couldn't move. Thank God my son was at his dad's house. I couldn't move. And I got out of bed. I was just like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. And I couldn't do anything. I just like lean over. And the only thing is like this I always have like a half rolled L somewhere. And it's like laying there. I was like, ugh, and I'm like trying to like spark it. I was like, I can't even smoke. This is crazy. And it's like, so I like crawl to the kitchen. The only thing left is brownie. And I'm like, I can't even eat anything in here. It's like, I'm just like crying on the kitchen floor. And I called her. I was like, okay, I need your help. It didn't work. She was like, did you eat both of them? I was like, I ate both of them. And she was like, well, I thought you might have just fell asleep. I was like, I did, but now I can't move and I need your help. And like, ever since then, I was just like, I'm just going to not do edibles because either they almost kill me or they don't work at all. And it was like, there's no in between for me. It's like, how do I have to like, I can't. So.
Wow. The next day, wow, you got rocked.
Literally,
chicken Alfredo.
literally 4 o'clock the next day. And I was like, I mean, how did you not pee? You didn't get up. I didn't roll over. I had nothing. I was like, my God, like.
I hope you felt rejuvenated after that long sleep. Jeez.
Dude, after that though, like I was like very like I felt rejuvenated, but in a weird way. It was just like I felt like I woke up from like a coma. I don't like, maybe I should, I don't know, because I've never been in a coma, but I still felt groggy, but I was up and I was alert, but I still had like this kind of shadow of just like calm, like weight and you like just peace over me. And I was like really zoned and zenned out for like the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, but now I stick to blunts. So
okay. What an adventure.
What about you guys? Do you like the blunts or
look at this website. This website's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Yep. That's another reason why I was like, yo, I gotta get her on. She's awesome. Yeah. She knows her shit.
Oh, thanks. I'm so happy you invited me. I love this show. Like I started looking at old clips. I was like, oh, I love them. They are my new friends.
Oh,
so I have to send you guys some t-shirts.
Absolutely.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I have on my Sativa John shirt.
Nice.
Oh.
So. Send us some t-shirts, and then one day we'll get around to making some t-shirts, and then we'll send you one.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, I'll definitely get you guys some. I appreciate coming on. I was like so excited. It's like, oh, this is like my first like morning show.
Oh yeah. But to answer your question, I do make my own edibles, and I do those a lot. Jason I think, does a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I love my dabs. I love my edibles. I love my flour. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
He probably even has some cannabis lotion over there that he uses.
Whoa.
Oh, you can't get that in New York State yet.
All right.
Wish I had it. I've been reading online. They have this cannabis self lubricant, basically for you and your partner. What's up with that?
I've seen this.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
I've seen this. I've seen it. There's lube and like
fucking
arousal gels. I've seen one that's like specifically for nipples. Like it's just for nipples. It's like a arousal gel or something.
Whoa. What happens?
Like CBD infused.
What happens if you put that on the wrong spot?
That's why I was like, why is this specifically for nipples? Because now somebody's going to test it.
All right.
No, but I'm not a dad person because I feel like I don't know how to do it well enough, and I always need like adult supervision or somebody like do things for me. And like, okay, now just pull. And it's like, unless I have someone there to do everything, and I just go, I don't know what I'm doing. So I feel like I would like waste too expensive a product to like dabble. I have used like RSO oil though. Yeah. It's not as like impactful, I think, as smoking in terms of like my like me being like inebriated, but it does do a lot for like my anxiety or like like when I'm feeling
Good,
very
you just
anxious.
put that under your tongue and everything too.
Yeah. So, and of course I didn't know at first. I was like, okay, so I'm like trying to like smear it, and I was like, what is strange concoction? I like wasted quite a bit of it trying to figure out how to like get it out and in, and I was like, I don't understand this. I'm just going.
He's talking about Rick Simpson's oil. If you guys look it up sometime.
Yes, Rick Simpson's oil. Yes. So,
I never need to get floored. I just like to get elevated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like dabs because you do a dab and you smoke a joint. You smoke a couple of joints. The party gets better and better. You do a dab and like you're at the party.
You're at the party. Yes, I love that analogy.
What is a dab made of?
Concentrates.
Concentrate, right?
Yeah. We've got a funny comment from Samantha Fantauzi who says, "Start growing flowers out of your nips." She's talking about the that lotion thing.
That could be a thing that like who knows? I'm not sure why it's nipple exclusive there, Samantha, but I'm sure there's going to be some interesting side effects in like 15 years of all this stuff they're putting in everything. And I've seen CBD. I have CBD sheets. So
what?
Yeah, what? These are CBD sheets, and they don't smell like anything. And quite frankly, I don't think that. I don't know. I think they might be just like, they're supposedly like infused with CBD oil, and it helps you like sleep better and have these amazing rest. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I was just tired. I think I get the same like, so I think the $50 sheets might not be. I can get an eighth and do the same thing.
Sure. One of the things we can just randomly say, these are CBD eggs.
This bird was raised with CBD oil. These are CBD eggs.
CBD parakeet over here.
See CBD paint on these walls.
Listen, I'm telling you, it's going to be a thing where CBD is just going to pop up, and so much unnecessary stuff is like, oh, try our CBD deodorant, try our CBD house cleaning. Like, it's going to be a thing, and then it's going to run its course, and people are going to be over it very quickly.
Yeah. We need car insurance.
CBD car insurance.
Guys, we should start a business where it's like stoner house cleaners. We just come over and we just hang out on your couch. We don't clean it.
I love that. And the whole thing is the house smells like weed when we leave.
Yeah.
That's like our pine salt thing that we
or
leave
CBD.
Behind.
Yeah. We don't
or CBD.
We don't clean the house. We just cleanse the energy by just being chill inside of your.
Yeah. Just being real chill.
Way right.
Yeah. That's nice. I
so
bet you could
we
make
could just go around and like use the blunt and like sage the house like with all that energy.
That's good. Yeah.
I like that. I don't know how much I would like. I'd be like.
Samantha also shares that CBD pisses her off and it doesn't work, and she wants the real stuff. I hear that. I haven't had any good CBD stuff, but it works for some people.
I think if you are a real like cannabis user, like if you're a real cannabis consumer, CBD can be very frustrating because you're expecting to feel something. And I always tell people, when you're dealing with CBD, you're not going to feel, it's not what you feel, it's what you don't feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so with cannabis, I feel like lifted and like loose and like, like euphoric. I feel at ease. I'm not ready to rip anyone's head off, right?
Yeah.
And with CBD, I just feel less anxious, like less upset, like less tense. Like, it's not like I feel a certain way. I'm just more at ease. So I'm not like crazy about CBD. I do sometimes do like one-on-ones and kind of like, mix it with like my cannabis, especially if I have like workouts or like, something physical I want to do. It keeps me from feeling like groggy. I still get like loose and, good. I feel good, but I won't be like, all right, I'm ready to go home. Right. Yeah. So I put on gym clothes now, I'm ready to go.
It's like a cannabis light.
I heard the rapper Cannabis has a protege named CBD. That's good.
No, that is not a real thing, is it? That cannot be a real thing.
He's a lot more mellow though.
he's not as rough around the edges. 2020, I'm gonna tell you, I can't even I need to know if that's true or not, because so much stuff has happened in 2020 that I just wouldn't think would happen.
Sure.
I just wish it were true. It's not true.
I ain't putting it past
wish
you.
it were.
Well, now he has something similar to that, because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he needs to do a play on his name.
Please. Now's the time. It's legalized everywhere. Where's he at?
I mean, pretty much. I haven't been to like a legalized space since I've been an advocate, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like a completely like legalized space. So I'm preparing myself. I mean, it's been like shutdowns, and so we can't really travel, but like I definitely want to do like a legalized state tour, like maybe start off in like Canada and then just come across and do like a whole like tour of just like smoking in legalized states.
We've been talking about the same thing. Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah.
That's the
our
dream.
So now we have to get like a converted like van or RV and just road trip it, all of it. Let's just go.
That's Ralph. Ralph already bought one.
Shut up.
Yeah, me and my lady, we got ourselves a van.
Oh
so we're ready for van trip. So there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
and we purposely kept all the seats in just for this occasion.
Yeah.
All right, man.
It's a 68 Volkswagen.
No, it's not.
81. It's an 81.
Oh, 81. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Are you kidding? That is so cool. Oh my God, now we have to go.
It probably has ashtrays in it.
It does. You know it does. It has those furry seats. Oh my God, it's gonna be epic. Now, so now I have to find a guitar.
Oh yes.
I
don't play, but
somebody will. So we need a guitar around for somebody who can play.
We're going to meet somebody on the road, and they're going to play.
Our next guest is here. Sheena, feel free to stick around.
Yeah.
But let's see if
Senor
our next
Parker.
comedian, is here.
Oh, Senor Parker is coming?
Yeah.
Senor Parker, cool.
He's a comedian.
What's happening?
Goes to a lot of cannabis events in Atlanta. Let's see. Actor. He's host of the Dirty Minds Think Alike podcast. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Oh man, it's good to be here. It's good to be here. God, I'm like low key in recovery. I can't even lie to y'all.
I seen you about 2:00 in the morning on your story. I guess driving home.
Yeah, man. I was driving home. I'm currently the host of what we're doing. It's called the Dabs and Doobies Fest out here in Atlanta. It's a 2-day event brought to you by the good friends over at Connoisseur Supply, based out in California. They fly out here. All of the best vendors from all over, they come through. We do this big ass expo. We do a competition. We do competitions. We gave away some money last night. All kinds of good shit. Let's see what we did the 710 challenge, the 710 dab challenge, and somebody won that shit. She did it. She dabbed 7 grams in under 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
Jeez.
Yes,
wow.
That's an official High Times challenge too.
She's
the third person to do it.
Oh, well,
did she walk out?
I was about to say, well, did she make it home?
Yeah.
Stood on 10 toes down like a champ. She took it like a champ.
She was smoking blunts afterwards.
Oh yeah, and she was still smoking. Her and her husband was out there still smoking. I'm like, this is amazing.
Jeez, wow. Sheena, when did you move out of Atlanta? Sheena used to live in Atlanta, right?
Yeah. I go back and forth to Atlanta pretty often. I left Atlanta in about 2008 when I was working for Chick-fil-A. But I go back pretty often because we do a lot of like expungement work down there. And there's a couple of dope folks that we deal with. Mecca from Cash Color Cannabis. He has a show out there that
Shout
we
out
have
to
to
Cash
do.
Color Cannabis.
Yeah. And I love the dabs and doobies thing. I'm sad I missed that because I'm usually, pretty back and forth. But I think the last time I've been down there is probably June. Maybe about May or June.
But yeah, we've been doing it. Yeah, they've been doing these like monthly. Like the last month, Big Gip was here, and he did the Gip goodies. And now this month we got Lil Scrappy. He's debuting. He has an edible line out here called Committables Littables. So and he does like the edible Doritos and the hot Cheetos and the popcorn, and and it's good.
Damn,
The
I want
shit
your
is
job.
good.
See, now when I come back down there, Senor, you gotta point me in the direction of all this stuff. But Scrappy also, just to bring up expungement without saying the nagging again, it's actually working on the rehab of a prison down there, and they're going to rehab this prison and turn it into a community center. So like you'll be able to get trained and learn skills and education. And one of the things we're pushing for is to get a community garden so we can teach people how to grow hemp. Because Atlanta's laws are a little funny. I was surprised. Is there like low THC oil count? Like you can't put it in food. You can't, it's like very restrictive down there.
It's restrictive yet lenient. You know what I mean? Like, we try to, bust through those loopholes. But yeah, I mean, like, and it's crazy. I mean, the thing is like you can't stop a movement. I'm gonna tell you, Georgia, I really feel like it's gonna be legal within like the next 4 to 5 years because 2 reasons. One, they're tired of Colorado getting their money. And 2, they're gonna be tired of Florida getting their money. So one of the, you know what I'm saying? And then what happens is you come up with beautiful products like these, and you know what I mean? Like this is actually from what company is this from? I forgot. I got like hella shit. It's just so much stuff that like, but you get like dope ass shit like that. Like this was interesting. This was interesting that I found. This right here is THC infused lubricant.
We literally just got done talking about this.
Does it go on your nipples or anywhere?
It goes on your nipples. It goes on the nips, the hips, wherever you want to put it at. It's a water base. It smells like passion fruit. It has about 500 milligrams in there.
So has anybody ever like tried any of this by chance?
I haven't found anybody that's worthy of it yet. Let's put it back.
All right now. Okay.
But
I'm interested to know what the effects are supposed to be.
You know what? If I did it on myself, then all the girls would be mad. I'll be like, you know what? I don't even want you no more. I got the passion fruit.
You got to be careful with that bottle, because I feel like if you use a little bit and you don't feel anything, you might use the whole thing, and then you might be
like,
you can definitely get lax with that shit. I'm definitely hanging on with that. But like last night was just really some dope ass shit. You guys got to come out here to Atlanta, man. We got like, they gave me, with me being the host, they gave me a nice little goodie bag worth of stuff. So I'll show you guys what I got. I got let's see, I got an 1/8 of snow cone. This is some good shit right here. Some snow cones. I got some nerds. I got this. This was Gorilla Glue wrapped in Keith. I couldn't finish it, as you can see. I couldn't even finish it. I got an edible vanilla backwoods. You can't even find these in the US.
Wow.
Where are they? Where are they found?
Yeah.
These are from Canada.
What I tell you, we're gonna start that. We gotta start in Canada, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a gang of stickers, and I got another pre-roll I'm gonna smoke with you guys later on, some Static Shock. We're gonna try that in a minute. But I'm tasting this snow cone. The snow cone is really good. It's light as Skittles and Face Off mixed together. So
I love
whoever's doing marketing and branding and graphic design is making a killing in the marijuana industry.
Man.
My God,
man.
all those beautiful designs.
Some of the dopest designs, like look at this, man.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. That's cool.
These are some really dope ass people, you know what I'm saying? Wow. I love this one because of the granny.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So these events are really dope, man. They like, and it's crazy. I don't know how I just fell into this, because I was like, I just do stand up, and then I just fucked around and ended up going to one of these. And what happened was one of my buddies who held the guy who held the event actually rented the building from one of my friends. So I ended up working the event, and one thing led to another, and now I'm like a spokesperson for Connoisseur, I guess now.
Yeah.
Been doing
awesome, man.
When you started out with comedy, were you kind of just sort of like comedy, or were you like a stoner comedian when you?
Yeah, when I start, I mean, I've always smoked weed. I just never really incorporated the weed into my comedy just yet because I was still trying to find myself, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
And then people just realized when, like, every time I hit a comedy club, they were like, that motherfucker got some good ass weed every time he come through. So, so shit, it just happened. Like, it just really happened. Shit just kind of, it just gravitated, and I really just kind of fell into it. I seen a flyer from one of these expos, and I went out myself and just started networking. And dude was like, "Man, you funny." One of the guys handed me the microphone, was like, "Hey man, just start say a few words and shit." And I started hosting, and then people started just giving me shit, and then they was like, "Oh man, you funny, man. I need to hire you." And so one
God
guy,
bless you.
and so that's how it happened, man. And one guy, he hit me up. He was like, "Yeah, like just last night, somebody wanted me to do another event." He was like, "Man, I got a weed smoking event out in like Tampa somewhere or some shit." Like,
That,
fuck it.
that's kind
Hey,
of
I was like,
that's kind of how Sheena's got started with cannabis advocacy. She's just like somebody took her to some place and like it just like happened.
Literally.
yeah, and see, and then like you get nice little gifts. Even sometimes you get stuff like this. You get like this. I don't even
Mhm.
know how I ended up with this, but
Uh,
yeah,
oh
I'm
my God!
like,
So you have a new album that you're working on, right?
yeah, I do. I'm working on a comedy album called Unscripted. It's a skit tape actually.
Oh
You ever,
wow.
you guys remember like back in the day when you like had really good ass albums and you had
Martin,
like
talk your
you can
shit.
listen to the shit all the way. You can listen to an album all the way through, and
Yeah.
it had like 2 or 3 funny skits. Well, I'm flipping that concept on his head. I'm doing like 10 funny ass skits and like 3 dope ass original songs.
Mm, nice.
Oh,
So
you make music as well. Oh wow.
yeah. So I'm with the crew. My collective is called We SA. It's short for We Slaves of America. Like we slaves to the music, we slaves to everything. So it's about 20 of us. It's like 20 of us, a collective of producers, singers, rappers, and myself and another guy named Marley St. Cloud. We're both the comedians. We're both like the comedians in the group. So but we also do my boy Marley, he sings and he acts and he raps, and also I do stand up and I rap and I produce a little bit and I can engineer and I host weed shit and all kinds of shit. So I'm yeah, I'm a hood ass plug.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sometimes you're
And you
laughing.
have a
sometimes you're
and you
making
have
people laugh.
and you have a show on YouTube with another host. I forgot her name. What was her name?
Yes. Her name is Ryan Taylor. We have a show called Dirty Minds Think Alike on YouTube right now. We interviewed Clayton English. That was our latest episodes with Clayton English, and we actually about to interview a couple of other people. We had Johanse Collins on there from Roast Me.
Uh-huh.
So we just pretty much talk shit, talk dirty shit, and that's pretty much the concept. We have comedians, rappers come on, and we just talk and smoke good, and that's pretty much it, man. Definitely check us out. We got some new episodes coming up, so please subscribe.
What do you think it is about how
I'm trying.
big of an influence is Atlanta itself on what you do?
Mm, mm.
The comedy scene in the scene out here, the comedy and cannabis scene in Atlanta is very, very big. It's the thing I like about the Atlanta scene here is it's you can go places here. You can really hit a club each night. You know what I mean? It's not like New York where it's like you can go 3, 4, 5 in the morning, but you can still hit 2 or 3 spots a night, and you can really get recognized out here. It's really about who you know out here. And I'll say with the cannabis industry, just with that coming up, like I said, the laws are definitely starting to become more lenient. We just legalized the oil out here.
Mm.
So so now we got the THC oil. You can get the CBD oil, of course, and then we just have like activists like Dr. Rashawn Hodge,
Yes.
who's like really been pushing for cannabis reform out here, and like you guys need to meet up with him too. He's a really, really good guy, man. He's I want to say he's not a cancer patient, but he works with cancer patients.
Yeah.
But I want to say he
works with a lot of autoimmune deficiency patients too, and veterans.
Yes, he does.
I met him when I first went down there, and he's been extremely instrumental in terms of legislation. He introduced me to a lot of Congress people. We advocated in City Hall together. He is dynamic, and I believe his brother is a veteran as well. He has a twin brother that's a veteran. Brother. Yeah. Him and Jane Green as well.
Shout out to
Green.
Shout out to Tangy.
She's a Marine vet and advocate in the space. Fierce. She has been all over the country, all over the world. She spoke internationally about it. So Atlanta's got some heavy hitters, and I'm super sure it'll be legalized very soon, just because it's just a matter of making sure that they appoint the right people to that cannabis consultation board, the people who are doing like the planning and the outlining of it. They had a vote to put those people in charge, and like not a lot of folks were showing up, and because they didn't know about it. But
and I also want to give a shout out to my good friend Doc Marley, who actually works with Dr. Rashawn Hodge as well. He's been a big part of that cannabis reform and legislation. He has a really dope ass smoke shop on Edgewood. So if you ever check him out, man, hey, if you're ever in Atlanta, you're on Edgewood, tell him Senor Parker sent you. He's definitely been working with he works with Dr. Hodge. He's been trying to get people to get their cannabis cards out here. He's been teaching folks, and his Instagram page is really dope. He really teaches about not just how to smoke weed, but really how it does affect you and how it heals as well. Like me, I have rheumatoid. I have rheumatoid arthritis in my left knee. So I like sativas because I like to be upbeat.
Yeah.
So, and I'll tell you one thing, this Static Shock right here is definitely keeping me upbeat.
Did you think, Senor, that when you got into this world, like, was that already in you to be sort of an activist, either for cannabis or just for rights and representation, like, or is that someplace you ended up because of comedy and making art?
I would say comedy has a big part to do with it, because I feel like whenever you start something, you just started just to start it. And I was, I started smoking when I was in college. I started back when I was in college. So I was just smoking shit just to be like, hey, I'm smoking weed, I'm getting high now. And then when you get older, once you get older and you really start looking at the benefits and the properties of it, you start delving into it a little bit. So I got into it a little bit as I got older, and I started realizing that I was having knee problems and stuff like that. So then I started looking at the actual healing properties of it, and then getting into comedy and going into getting into these events. Then I got into the business side of it. So it just it just snowballed, and I feel like it's the comedy really did have a big part to do with it.
I have a follow-up question, Senor. With your knee problems, is that like something that you were born with, or is it from getting high in college and stumbling over things?
Just being an asshole, playing football and shit.
Oh,
trying to play football. That's all that was.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody want to play a sport.
Take your time. Yeah.
Cough it out, brother. Cough it out.
It's right there. Everybody want to play a sport.
Yeah.
Shit. But it didn't happen. So, I had surgery, and, but it's all good. I'm still kicking around this motherfucker.
Sure, yeah. You don't need knees to be on stage and be funny. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Hell. I'm just waiting till Walmart comes out with something, and I'm gonna buy them bitches.
Ralph went to school in Savannah. Ralph, did you get up to Atlanta much when you were in school?
Sure, yeah. I've been to Atlanta a few times. I got some friends that live out there for sure, yeah. I'll probably end up back there in the next month or so. Oh, I wanted to ask about that festival. Is that outdoors or how's that?
The Dabs and Doobies Fest. We actually we did it in a studio last night. We did it in like a film studio last night. There's out here in Atlanta, there's a lot of studios. There's a lot of warehouses out here. Atlanta really is Black Hollywood. You have Tyler Perry Studios, you have Marvel, you have Screen Gems, and you also have
That's where they make Walking Dead. Sheena's the new fan.
Yeah, and listen, and how about when I was working for Chick-fil-A, we had contracts with most of those studios. Actually, Tyler Perry's first movies were shot on the Chick-fil-A movie set. Chick-fil-A has their hands in everything.
Tyler Perry has a Chick-fil-A on his fucking property.
Because we literally, so he shot his first Chick-fil-A owns movie sets in Atlanta, and he shot Ride Along was shot on a Chick-fil-A movie set, and Tyler Perry shot a lot of his films on Chick-fil-A movie sets. So we had contracts to deliver food regularly there. And so
just sidebar, Tyler need to start smoking some weed because he need to start writing some better lines. I'm tired. I'm just
sidebar, he Tyler says he's the only one he's the only writer. He doesn't have a writing room or people, it's just him, and he's just banging out
every nigga needs a no man. No. You need to stop writing that shit. Stop writing that shit, Tyler. Get you a team of real motherfuckers. You are in. Look, his movie studio is in the West End. Mm-hmm. You got so many people. You have real life around there. You better get some writers and stop writing that bullshit. I love the cinematography, Tyler, but I do not like the writing. It's terrible.
Not even a no man. Sometimes people just need this.
Meh.
A man.
Meh.
Yeah. Is Tyler Perry visible? Is he someone you can see moving around out there? I've
never ran across him, but you definitely run across plenty of people out there.
It's very tasty. I'm gonna put this one. This one's very tasty. I'm gonna save that one for later.
Is Tyler Perry Atlanta's Prince? You know what I mean? Is he Atlanta guy?
No, he's not Atlanta's Prince. T.I.'s the king, and we don't know who the prince is. We don't know who the prince is. Oh no, Lil Scrappy the Prince of the South, and Tip is the king. We don't. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah, I don't know about all that. You know what I mean? But we're thankful.
Yeah.
Tyler, Future. Oh yeah, Future is the king of misogyny. I love Future. Future's a Scorpio like me. I love him.
I'm also a Scorpio.
Oh, turn up. My birthday was October 24th.
Hey, all right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
I think that's Drake's birthday.
Yes, it is. I do share a birthday with Drake.
Wow.
And me, Drake, and Monica share a birthday. We all have the same birthday.
Whoa. This and like that.
You know who I share a birthday with?
Huh?
My grandmother. I felt so special every year because it was like my grandmother and I had the same birthday. I don't know. You're automatically a kind of favorite if you have your grandmother's birthday.
Yeah. You're her gift.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is. Okay. So out of all three I've been smoking with you guys this morning, this is definitely the strongest. This is the Keith right here. This is the Gorilla Glue. This is Gorilla Glue wrapped in Keith.
That's a strong. Yeah. It's also it looks like the biggest thing you've smoked today.
I would hope that's the strongest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was made out of a backwood. It has a glass tip at the end.
I love glass tips.
Yeah, this is nice. This definitely pairs well with this Hennessy I've been drinking.
Ooh, smooth.
He hasn't stopped since last night.
Yeah, you gotta hit it like a real cigar. Like when you do you ever had dank woods before? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I like actually smoking these like an actual cigar. I like to puff it and just kind of inhale it and then just blow it out. It feels good. Like you don't have to, because you're still gonna get good and high. Trust and believe that.
This guy's smoking and drinking. What time is it over there in Atlanta?
You guys have finished the party. You just came for the party.
It's brunch.
Time to smoke and drink because I got to get back to it.
Gotta get back to it.
Yeah, it's like we got to do the same shit again tonight, and then you know what's crazy? I'm actually pre-gaming because like after I get out of here with you guys, I'm going to the park. We're gonna play some drunk ass kickball.
Now that sounds fun.
Hey,
Yeah, like a bunch of.
wrap those knees.
Oh no, I'm just spectating. I'm just gonna spectate and
Okay.
judge.
Got it.
But yeah, like a bunch of us comedians out here in Atlanta, we got together and do a kickball tournament. And we just, you know, we do it every Saturday around the fall. We get together, we get a bunch of liquor, we get some chicken, and we get a bunch of weed, and we goddamn play kickball, man. Just, you know, and just fellowship.
All I can imagine is the kickball movie now. So I'm just.
You know what I used to do when I was a kid? When we would play kickball in gym and on the playground, I feel like I invented this move. And like eventually people had to tell me to stop. But I would start running towards the ball before the pitcher rolled it. So I would get halfway between the pitcher and the home base and then just kick it over everyone's head.
You're definitely cheating. Yeah, you're definitely cheating.
Nobody ever told me that was like not, you know what I mean?
That's worse than cherry picking, man.
I thought I was like, I thought I was coming up with like a loophole, kickball loophole.
That's worse than cherry picking. You might well just pick the ball up and kick it.
The funny thing about running towards the pitcher before it's even left their hand is they get like scared and they give you like a bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This reminds me of I love that feeling of like feeling whether it's correct or not, feeling like you've created a loophole or a cheat code. Like it reminds me of like I remember points as a kid when I would play Tetris on the Game Boy, and I would just stack everything on one side of the screen and not make any lines, and then I would lose, and my sister would be like, "What are you doing?" And I'd be like, "Ha ha ha."
I think I might be telling my age, but I used to cheat. Well, I thought I was cheating, but like if you ever played the game Oregon Trail, and you have to you had to put your name of your family members in, I would make them all my name, so I would always survive because like somebody was my name was gonna make it, right? Like because Sheena died of dysentery. It's like.
See me, I was nasty in school, so I would do like when I was playing Oregon Trail, I was naming body parts. Titty died. ITY. I was just nasty and reckless in school. I was like, fuck it. You know what's yeah, I never made it past Oregon Trail. I never beat it. I never beat
anybody beat that game. We at my
made
school,
it.
I'll tell you two games that are impossible to beat. Two games are impossible to beat. Oregon Trail and Castlevania. You can
Oh my God, yeah.
I'll throw a third one on there.
Beat that shit to save my life.
I'll throw a third one on there. Life.
The 2020 edition.
Oh yeah, life is terrible.
At my school, we had to like triple up on the computer for Oregon Trail. Like sometimes there was 4 people, and this was a cold move. But you'd sometimes name somebody you were playing with. Like if you're playing with Bill on the same computer and you name somebody Bill, and then Bill dies, it was like, oh, cold move.
Oh no.
Those were the days.
Harsh, yeah.
It's so funny, like thinking about ourselves playing Oregon Trail as kids. We didn't know we were going to live through a pandemic.
No, yeah.
Right. How about that?
We feel so sorry for the person who couldn't ford the river.
Yeah. Right.
And I would always try to forge it.
Man, yeah. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. What a lesson. Somebody needs to thank the people who made Oregon Trail for how they prepped us.
We need to redo Oregon Trail. We need a new edition of Oregon Trail.
And make it.
Oregon Trail ain't shit.
Yeah.
Damn. What would you replace it with? What's the new version of Oregon Trail?
The Walking Dead edition.
Yeah. I'm down for that. I'm on my
I'll play the fuck out of that.
Instead of Oregon Trail, we need Atlanta cul-de-sac.
Oh shit!
I started watching.
Oh yeah, I got a game for you. Yeah, I got a game for you. Atlanta Traffic. How about that one?
Damn.
Shit, you really
Is it getting crazier out there? Is the traffic getting heavier and crazier in the last couple of years?
Man, traffic is bullshit. I hate it. I remember the first 2 days of quarantine was so lovely. It was not a car on 285. Like it was like I didn't hear a 411 pain commercial. Like I didn't hear a 411 pain commercial for like 2 days. Like I was like, oh, this is amazing here. And it was just terrible. Like the traffic here, let's see. Like yeah, when it first like I really realized when the quarantine first hit and there was no traffic on 285 or 85 up here, I could get to the city in 20 minutes, literally. I was like, man, you know what? We are just full as fuck. Everybody go home. Just everybody need to go home. Everybody go back to the city that they came from, and we will be A-okay. Like, I swear, we need a sign that says, welcome to Atlanta, population, get the fuck out.
It's such an interesting, I wonder how the pandemic and quarantine will affect it, because it feels like there's so many cities in the last few years that have been, maybe it's always this way, but so many cities that have been growing. I feel like Atlanta's growing like crazy. I feel like in the last 10 years, I've been hearing a lot about Detroit, Austin. I thought Austin had like peaked, but apparently it had never peaked. Apparently it was just beginning like a couple of years ago. Like so many cities are going crazy.
Yeah. You want to know the irony of Georgia right now? Georgia is actually on the list for top 10 states that has cases for coronavirus, but at the city of Atlanta is not on the top 10 list for cities of coronavirus.
Wow. Interesting.
That should tell you something.
Yeah.
That should tell you something about the city of Atlanta. Atlanta is we are very, very precautious when it comes to that. Like we're very holistic out here. We take our sea moss, we do elderberry. We really do that. And then you got to think about the air out here. Like even though I'm drinking Hennessy, I have a bottle of aloe vera right here. I have to keep myself up. I have to keep my immune system up, especially with the pollen and stuff out here, all that shit going on. You have to stay healthy.
See, Senor, do you have a bike? Are you a bike rider? Do you bike around town?
I do not. I do not have a bike.
I don't either. So I mean, I've been wanting to get one for years. I'm scared about riding around New York, though. You know, it's like crazy here.
It is.
Right.
It's a good way to get around.
Is it a good way to get around Atlanta? Atlanta's so sprawling.
It is. Oh yeah.
Atlanta is a booming. It's just a boom metropolis, man. It's like it's the city's grown. Since I've moved back to Atlanta, the city probably has tripled. I mean, even where I'm living at, I live in East Point, which is right outside of Atlanta. It's right outside of 285. Even where I live at, it's booming now. Like the real estate, oh my God. You got $50,000, you can get you about 10 acres.
Oh
damn.
How do I get $50,000 though? That's
check this out, right? I've been working on this, man. Look, you're gonna be Mr. Blue, you're Mr. Pink, you're Mr. Orange. We're gonna do this. I've seen Reservoir Dogs about 50 times. I know we can do this shit. There's a Wells Fargo I've been casing.
Hey, you know what? I've seen Reservoir Dogs too, and I'll be Mr. Pink. I'm not gonna fight. I'll be Mr. Pink. I'm not gonna be the guy that fights up from the inside. You know what I mean?
Why I gotta be Mr. Pink? Because you're a faggot. That's why. That's the funniest line in the whole movie.
Shit. Man, that was I was just watching a clip of that the other day with the scene where he's listening to the music and he cuts the guy's ear.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, do you guys remember that?
Of course.
Yeah, that was just vicious, man. Like how, like Tarantino, when it comes to Tarantino, like that was a crazy pair.
That's what Ralph watches when he's eating his breakfast cereal.
Yeah.
That's the for Ralph.
I tell you what else was another something that was really, really just sadistic. The scene in Get Out when she's on the bed and she's scoping out new guys, and she has the milk and the cereal, and she's eating it separately.
Oh yeah,
That's some crazy shit.
right. I
What
remember
the
seeing
fuck?
that. I remember seeing that scene and thinking she improvised this. This was her idea
Oh no,
What
that
actor was
like,
that?
because she was so good at that. God.
yeah, that was very well played. I don't know. I was like, whoa, that was that was very well played, madam.
Yeah.
Sheena, do you have a favorite heist movie?
My favorite heist movie. I didn't see Reservoir Dogs, so I know. No, I've never seen that before. But
you got to watch that, and we got to talk about it.
yeah, we'll have to all come back and review this because I do like Tarantino though. So,
Favorite Tarantino, if you know.
I love Tarantino.
I got an answer.
know if I got a favorite Tarantino.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one, like, because I like different ones for different reasons.
Yeah,
like
definitely a 4 Rooms fan.
Because overall, if you ask me like would I like him, like on paper, no, I wouldn't like him, right? But for some reason, I don't know, like
the first Kill Bill has the best cliffhanger of any movie I've ever seen.
Quite possibly, yeah. But I see, but I'm a big Kill Bill fan though, so I'm very partial. So like that's one of my favorites.
Like
I mean, that for me, those are the Kill Bill movies are among my favorite movies of all time. So it's definitely Kill Bill for me over everything.
But
I
like 4 Rooms.
It'll have to be
awesome.
Yeah, 4 Rooms was good. 4 Rooms was funny. But Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, that's on my list too.
Classic. Then you know what's crazy? One of my favorites that is not even Tarantino directed all the way, but the Grindhouse films.
Oh
yeah, those are good. I love the little machine gun leg.
What's the vampire one? What's that?
From Dusk Till Dawn. I
Dawn.
think he just wrote that. Maybe.
Yeah, he wrote that one.
Oh, he wrote that one?
Yeah, okay. I love how Tarantino dies in all of his movies.
Yeah.
I think I'm Kill Bill and then Django, but Kill Bill is top to me.
It might be Kill Bill. I mean, it might be Kill Bill.
Yeah, but I definitely think when Tarantino writes himself in these movies, he'd be thinking like, how is the worst way I can fucking go out? Like, because like if you ever think about like when Dusk Till Dawn, he got stabbed in the hand first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then what? In Django, he blew up.
Yeah, that's a death scene. Getting blown up by dynamite, that is a death scene.
He blew up.
Although, you know what? There's no performance in it. You know, somebody will give like a good death scene performance. There's no performance in getting blown up by dynamite.
Yeah. The only movie he didn't die in was Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot he was in there.
Yeah.
What?
He was,
I would like to hear. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Senor.
No, I was just thinking. I was like, I think that's the only one. Yeah, he didn't die in that one.
Mm.
How would everybody write their own death scene? Well, if you could write it and act it out, what would you do?
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
How would
I want my soul to rip apart my own body and then ascend.
Oh my god.
My soul is just sort of like I'm done.
Okay, Avatar. I don't know. Like I would definitely, it would be a cliffhanger. Like you would see me like go off a cliff and not quite know if I'm dead or not. Because I don't know if I could like.
Oh, you want to go like Thelma and Louise? Just
well, you know they hit the bottom. Like mine's is like it was an ocean, so she might have swam away. Like somebody might capture her. Like
right.
That's smart.
You know what? I would go out like Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah.
We just need to go ahead and guess what? The shark is coming out of nowhere. I mean, and I don't care where I'm at. I could be at church. I could be at the hospital. I could be on my
You
deathbed.
know what kind of reaction would happen if that was at church, like a real like down south church, for you to get dragged away by a shark in the middle of
by a
The
whole shark,
revival right there.
shouting and Lord,
ain't a water source in sight, but a
Ain't
shark
but
just
the
pulled up. Shark just come through in the gates, be like, "Yeah, I'm supposed to eat him."
Here's a good unexpected shark attack death scene. It's a character like riding on a bike, accidentally goes down a bunch of stairs, crashes, but gets up, is fine. He's like, I'm all right, and then a shark comes out of nowhere.
What would your death scene be, Jason?
I don't know, but the poster, I want it to look like the ill communication poster with the plane like just smashed into the side of the wall.
Oh yeah.
I love that he has artwork for his.
I already got the artwork planned out. I still got to write it.
He doesn't put the movie stuff out, but he knows that there's a plane that crashes into a mountain. He knows that.
That's the big piece.
Yeah,
but I will say though, like not to bring it back to Walking Dead because I have to get ready to go. But I just wanted to say this. Like I started watching it at the wrong time too, because like now that all this shut-in pandemic stuff is happening, it's like, wait a second, is this like a precursor for something? And now I'm like watching more for like survival tips. Like, that's how you'll make like be able to put out a fire. Like we have to make water packs, and that's how we'll have to like rebuild our community. And it's so crazy, but it's also very, very funny, and it makes it like even more intense. So
they foretold it.
Yeah.
I think my death scene would be like whatever's coming. Like I'm gonna get hit by a train and get stabbed or get shot, and I go, I'll just go, and then I just float. It's all right. I give up.
Hey, yeah, I just let it be quick and painless. That's why I said, man, shark attack. Like,
that
damn,
is not quick or not pain. Oh,
yeah.
It would be. I mean, I don't know.
Well, maybe you'll pass out from shock. So
yeah, I just passed out from shock and it just, you know what I'm saying? But still, just damn, it ate me. A fucking shark ate me. And it'd be like, damn, man. Damn, Parker got ate by a shark. What was he doing? Shit, he was at a dice game. And a shark just pulled up. Like a shark fucking just pulled up and ate this motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck happened. And then my funeral, I'm gonna show up to my funeral late because my blackness won't let my blackness is it wouldn't be black of me not to show up late anywhere. So I gotta show up late to my own funeral. But check this out though. Look, check this out, Sheena. I'm gonna have a video, right? I'm gonna have a video, but like, hey, look, check this out. Hey, look, man, I know I'm late. Look, my suit at the cleaners, right? But I'm be in that thing. Look, we got Hennessy. We got Hennessy on deck. I'm coming. Look, Pastor, I'm sorry. Look, I gotta be casket sharp. You know what I'm saying? Look,
this guy's got his own funeral set. He's got a funeral set all worked out.
I'm gonna have a whole funeral set. Like, yo, hey, look, man, I know I'm late. My suit in the cleaners. You know what I'm talking about? Look, drink up.
Yeah.
Get some of that communion Hennessy that's getting passed around. Don't even worry about it. Don't cry, motherfucker. Don't cry.
Everybody would be tears streaming, laughing, cracking up.
Be like, don't cry, motherfucker, because I'm not. Shit.
Sheena, let's plug the website before you go, just so, one last time. Cannabis Noire, and that's your Instagram handle as well, correct?
Yep. Our Instagram is cannabis_noire, and our website is cannabisnoire.com. So we can find us on Facebook. I'm trying to get on Facebook. I'm trying, right?
Yeah.
But we do a bunch of cool stuff. We have some cooking shows coming out. We partner with art and infusion machines, so we're going to be doing some cool infusion cooking shows, and we're doing some growing shows around planting and growing your own and go on home garden. So while you're stuck at home during this pandemic, you can come and subscribe to our website. We'll send you some cool videos and links to some stuff to keep you occupied and teach you how to build your immune system, because yes, you need your sea moss. I take my sea moss too. I have mine's right here, my elderberry, my turmeric, so we teach you how to grow those things and how to get access to that stuff and how to take care of yourself and all those cool things. Because I really do believe that cannabis is a healing plant, but it's not the only healing you need sometimes. So whether that's like you need self-care, you need
Yeah.
to like wind down, you need some like mental health resources, whatever it is, we have access to it and we connect you to those things in this space. So definitely check us out.
You got a plank.
Thank you, Sheena.
Oh, and
You
we have
are
a
awesome.
fitness show coming too. So y'all got to come through for that. We have a little online fitness show. We're going to do, and this our fitness person is like only does dabs. They do dabs and they hit the workout and they like it's a whole yeah. So you gotta come check us out.
Whoa,
Yeah, I'm a definitely
You're my new
pull up.
favorite person, Sheena.
Oh, you're after my own heart. I love you guys. We got to do this again.
I'm supporting whatever you got, Sheena.
Likewise, brother. Send me some info so I can plug it and share it, and let me know how I can support you guys. And let's plan to do our road trip sooner than later. Can we?
Yes, in the van.
Hey, Lex just got here. Hey, Lex.
Aw.
Hey, what's up?
While y'all trying to come down here, I'm trying to go up there. I've never been to New York.
Whoa.
Lex.
No, y'all gotta bring me up there. I've never been to New York. Never.
Yeah, you gotta go.
We'll figure it out. Hey, Lex.
We do.
Yeah.
We all gotta get up together soon. That would be dope. I'm mad I'm missing Lex, but I gotta get ready to go. But hi, Lex.
Yeah.
Hi, Lex.
Hi, what's up, Steve Shirt? How you doing?
Hey, look, Steve John.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for coming on our show. I appreciate it.
No, yeah,
I'm gonna get you one of these, Sheena.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get you one of these.
I just said I was sending all you guys t-shirts, so let me know your sizes. I love that.
Plug that shirt real fast, Senor.
Yeah, I love
it. Shout out to my boy Sherrod. This is God is Dope. Shout out to God is Dope.
I love
right here. This is one of their t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? You can go to godisdope.com and check out all of their dope styles right now. They got sales. They just came out with a hoodie line. They just came out with some new hoodies. I'll show you one real quick, Sheena, before you go.
Yeah.
Nice dick pic too.
This is the elephant print box tee.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
I've seen those too. Wow, killing it.
Yeah, godisdope.com.
Yeah.
So,
and how do we find you, Senor Parker? How do we find you?
You can find me on Christian Mingle. No, I'm just playing. Now, my Instagram, you can find me on Instagram, Senor Parker, SENOR.Parker. You can find me on Twitter, Senor Parker, all one word. Let's see, what else? You can find me on Apple Music at Senor Parker. You can find my crew on SoundCloud, WeSA, Instagram at we.s.a.
Oh man, so dope. Lex.
All right, guys. It was nice talking with you
nice
all.
meeting you.
Appreciate y'all.
I really appreciate it. Please have me back.
Keep doing what you do.
Fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes, this was very dope.
Yeah.
Give us the closing words, Lex.
Lex, so you missed it. But there's THC lube. You missed it, but there's THC.
Oh no, it didn't.
I did not miss it.
Okay.
There
it is. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I'll let my mom know. She'll be super happy. She'll be stoked about it. I knew the lineup that was happening in the show, and I'm just super jealous you guys got to do it without me. But I'm going to go check it out now. I'm getting home, and I'm going to go watch it online. And if anybody wants to have a viewing party on Facebook, woo! But I did have a great time in Chiang Mai. We had a great show. I'm with Charles the French again. You guys met him last week.
Yeah.
He headlined. And we actually had a weird shared experience where a woman passed out during the show, right during his closing bit. And then he went up like 30 minutes later. How long do you think? 10, 15 minutes later? Yeah. It could be as long as 30. And then just did another like 20 minutes right afterward, like a rock star. It was great. And she's fine. And the woman is fine. Yeah. I got her high. It was my fault, actually. I actually think it might be my fault. I got her high.
Senor, if you don't know, Lex is over in Bangkok right now.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Chiang Mai, Thailand. Yeah, the north city right now. Oh, I live in Bangkok, but
I'm trying to Bangkok in Bangkok. Bow.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm doing tonight. Getting a nice dick. Some of that sweet dick.
Nice.
find me some, and bang out there. Shit, rock out with my cock out, let it jam out with your clam out. Hey, you talking about? Oh man,
All
that's
right.
dope. That's really dope, man.
It's
Yeah,
fun. It's fun. It's fun.
That's
All
what's
right.
up.
Well,
This is the end of the show.
it's a beautiful
Is
way to
it?
end right there.
Much,
I saw you had 4 minutes. I wanted to say hi to you guys. I miss you.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys had a great show.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure you
definitely.
did too, buddy.
Yes, I gotta invite you guys to my show, Dirty Minds Think Alike, and please invite me back. This was so much fun.
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely,
man,
brother.
good luck having you.
Yes,
Woo.
yes.
Yo, man,
Very high.
be safe tonight.
I will. Yes, part 2 tonight, man. Crazy. I can't wait.
Check it out.
So, hey man, you guys take care, man.
All right, brother.
Love.
All right.
Cheers.
God love you. God is dope. All right.
All right. So
That's
Stoner
the end.
Morning Boys.
Yeah.
This is it.
This is Stoner Morning Boys.
Yeah.
This is
Guys,
such a great show. I had so much fun. The shows just get like better and better and better, like every time.
Oh, look at you, Lex. You look so handsome right now.
I know. Yeah.
Right?
I'm just happy. I'm happy. I miss you guys. And this is why I do, like, it's my favorite thing to do in comedy. And sometimes I get jealous I don't get to see you guys. But when I do, I love you guys.
Yeah. Hugs,
Beautiful.
hugs all around.
Yeah.
Boys,
Yo,
All right.
thank you everybody for watching.
big shout out
With you.
to Canoe Cannabis for the stuff, and check
The
some stuff
stuff.
out next week. All right, guys.
Yeah, do it.
Peace.
Ralph, what's the name of your album?
Oh, Brooklyn Petting Zoo. It's coming out December 13th. Thank you, Lex.
Yeah.
Precious
I love
Gorgeous
it.
Brooklyn